Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm here to celebrate the first birthday of The Rainbow Warrior, the children's book. It's an empowerment and mindfulness book that connects children to nature and to their imagination. And each month I've been doing interviews in relation to companies and initiatives and enterprise that are inspired by the love of nature. This month, the March issue, I decided to take a little time out to create something new. And this is a little, I suppose, inspiration from the main book, which is Rainbow Warrior. Within the Rainbow Warrior, we talk about our connection to all things natural, to the natural world, to each other, to animals, and to the imagination that we have within us. And the Rainbow Warrior is actually the identity that I tried to create, which was based around our true selves within ourselves. And that is accessing our intuition, our imagination, our true nature. And this is where it's a well of, excitement, joy, happiness, creativity. And I see within the education system, a disconnect from that. And I wanted to announce that I've got a new publication ready to be launched in the next couple of days, and it's the Rainbow Warrior Wonder Journal. So what I've done is I wanted to create something that would connect nature, geometry and design, and just to teach children how when they look to nature and they see patterns in nature, there's a multitude of patterns within nature that are always inspiring us, and they inspire us to design, to create. All the beautiful art, and the greatest artists and designers and engineers and musicians and architects have all taken the fundamentals from nature. And that when we see these natural patterns within nature, as just a language, and their shapes and that are created again and again and again. And I wanted to to break down barriers around mathematics and geometry for kids, rather than using that language, just to get them to start looking at the shapes that appear in the natural world, that are used within art, architecture, fashion design, animation. There are all these patterns that appear again and again and again that were used to create the most complex and the most simple designs. And when we did the actual Rainbow Warrior Journal is one that has a series of 12 patterns, and I ask the children to look to see where they can find them in the world. So it's not just the natural world, but around them, in their homes, and in their bedrooms, in their out and about, within architecture, within everywhere within their environment, man-made and natural environment. So it's and then for them to draw what they've found and to colour it in or to draw it, and then there's a section at the back then that's just an area for them to design something that's maybe inspired by that, and then notes just for reflections on what they've found. So I'm really excited about it because it's I'm dipping my toe into education, and where I really feel there's a disconnect, and it's maybe that I know as a child myself that I very much could see these patterns throughout nature, and I could see them within the body, I could see them outside, I could see them in architecture, but I didn't have a language to connect them. And I often thought that I wasn't a very clever child, but yet I had actually a very deep understanding of mathematics and geometry, and that wasn't something that was spoken about, or it's just not connected as a language as such, you know, a visual language that children can understand, because they often identify themselves as not being good at a certain subject. But really, subjects are just different languages that are expressing nature in different ways. And I'd love to maybe develop that a little bit more, but this is my first attempt at that. And I'll be putting links in and sending blogs to once it's live. It's hopefully going to be live in the next couple of days. And within this newsletter, if you want more information, go to www.rainbowwarriorworld, and I'll have more information there for you. So the newsletter is going to be a taster this month into that book, and a celebration of the Rainbow Warrior book and the Rainbow Warriors that have enjoyed it over the last year. And I'm so delighted that everybody's been so excited about the project, as I have been, and it has connected me with a lot of wonderful people. And you know, I've had a lot of wonderful feedback from parents and from mothers, and from saying that they've tried to kind of teaching their children these ideas within the book, but you know, they never had the language for it as such, and they've connected with the idea themselves, and they're teaching it to their kids. So this is another step in that direction, the Rainbow Warrior Wonder Journal. So it's just to put wonder back into life, and you know, to promote, you know, observation and curiosity in our kids, and you know, especially in a digital world, for them to kind of open their eyes and to look around and be curious of what they can see, and maybe to, you know, contemplate on, you know, and be inspired by nature. So thank you so much for listening, and I'm thrilled and excited that it's a year, a very unusual year, but it's a year since the Rainbow Warrior had its birth. So thank you so much, and hopefully you'll continue to support this initiative, and I'll keep creating, and my intuition and my inspiration for the betterment of everyone. Thank you. Bye.